Good morning, guys. Ignore my hair. Like I brushed it and then I put it up and I just took it down and it's crazy. I am exhausted. I'm still exhausted. I'm tired. I feel like I could sleep for like 3 or 4 days and not wake up. But I wanted to come up here real quick and talk to you. I wanted to talk to you kind of about the trip, and I wanted to talk to you about earning that free trip. And I was one of the people that I was like, oh, I would love to earn a trip. Like, how freaking awesome would that be? But I don't think that ever happened. Like, that stayed in my mind. Like, don't think, like, that's impossible for me to do. But year before last, they announced the Alaskan cruise at, when did they announce the Alaskan cruise? That must have been over the TV because I think we were watching it. We weren't live yet because Utah, they announced the Caribbean cruise. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's the one I want. Which I wanted the Alaskan cruise too. But the difference is my mind shifted before I went, or right after I went to Utah. Going to SFR, my business has changed dramatically. Like, it's huge. It's huge. Going to SFR, what it has done for me personally and poured into my business as well. So what I'm telling you is, I'm not saying you have to go to SFR in order to be able to earn free trips, in order to do all these things, in order to get the success that you want. I am not saying that at all. I'm just saying SFR helped me a lot. And also, my mind had to shift. And a lot of y'all know that in August of 2021, I was told, August of 2021, I was told that my job was going to be outsourced, and come March of 2022 that I would probably not have a job. And so I started looking, and I was working from home, and I was like, oh my God, I am going to have to go back into work somewhere. I'm going to have to take a pay cut. I'm going to hate this job. But, I got to do what I got to do. Got bills to pay. You can't just wing it and hope everything happens. You got to do the hard things in life to get what you want. So, I was like, I'm going to start working my Scentsy business. I'm going to put everything I got into it. It may not be enough to pay all the bills, but who knows what may come from it. And look what came from it. I earned a trip. So, what I'm saying is, anyone can earn a trip. All you have to do is start being consistent. And I post daily everything that I'm doing. What I'm, maybe not far as team-wise, what I'm doing, or maybe not what I'm doing a little in depth, but I give an idea of what I'm doing every day. When I tell you to follow up with customers, I'm following up with customers every day. When I tell you to have a host conversation, I'm having at least one host conversation. Right now, I've upped it to 2 host conversations. When I tell you to have a joint conversation, I have at least 1 joint conversation. Right now, I've upped it, and I'm having 2 joint conversations a day. You doing those daily activities every day, you start now, and it's going to pay off in the fall. I know some of y'all's sales, or everybody's sales are down. Summertime sales are a little bit lower. People don't want to party as much. People are going on vacation. People are taking trips. People are spending a whole bunch of money because they're going places. They're spending money on vacations and stuff like that. In the winter and the fall, they're not going hardly anywhere. It's cold. They don't want to get out of the house, so they're doing all their shopping online. So fall and winter are amazing. Summer's a lot slower, but it's okay. We have to adapt to that. Just because you haven't booked a party yet and you've asked 5 people and they've all said no, doesn't mean you need to stop. You need to keep asking someone every day to have a party for you. You need to ask someone every day to have to join your team. And they can all say no, but don't stop asking. Because, I'm sorry. Because in order, and what we had to do to earn the free trip last year, and you could have choose from 4. We will find out in July what the fall incentive is for the trip. And we're hoping that it's going to be 4 again. We're hoping it's going to be like another somewhere in the States, maybe another Canada trip. I'm sure Mexico will be one. They always go to Mexico, it seems like. And maybe another cruise. But we don't know. We have no clue. But that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they pick another cruise. I'm hoping that they pick a different state. Because if it's one that I may not been to, maybe I want to do that versus the cruise. Who knows? Canada, I've never been to Canada before. Mexico, I have no desire to go to Mexico. But that may all change. But right now, I don't really care to go to Mexico. So you could have 4 trips that you could choose from. You never know. And whatever it is, even if it's just one, that trip is going to be freaking amazing and phenomenal. That Caribbean cruise, I would have never in my life, probably on my own, sent myself to Jamaica or Haiti, to say the least. And a cruise was in the back of my mind, but it was not in the forefront. It would have probably been a very long time before I ever went on a cruise. So, and then swimming with the dolphins, those are my animals. Like, I don't know when that ever would have happened, ever, if it was not for Cincy and not for this trip. So, whether they have 4 trips or whether they just have one, it's going to be an amazing trip. It's going to be a trip that you'll never forget. It's going to be a trip that you want to earn next time. Like, I'm excited to find out what it is or what trips we have the options to, because I've got to figure out how I'm going to earn that. Like, I've got to bust my butt. And we can do that together. We can help each other and do that together. So, for the new people that didn't know what the incentive was and don't know what expectations you have to have in order to earn the trip. So, you had to sponsor. So, if you sold, you didn't have to sponsor not one person, but you could sell on your own 18,000 points, which would have been 18,000 PRV. If you sell that on your own between August and January, you got SFR registration for free, which that's like a $50 credit right there to go to SFR. Now, people who earned it this year, if you're close to North Carolina and you're close to Charlotte, that's amazing. You don't have to fly. I'm 4 hours from there. A lot of people are closer. A lot of people live, in Charlotte. And then, of course, you've got the West Coast people that have to fly over here. But that's no different. I am sorry, guys. Oh, gosh, I'm tired. That's no different than us going to the West Coast. So I feel like next year is going to be West Coast. So if at all possible, you can go to SFR this year when it is in Charlotte, North Carolina, go. I still have room for 2 more people. We probably could squeeze 3 people in there, but I still have room comfortably on a bed. I have a whole bed available for 2 more people that they can share. If you want to go, that cuts cost way down. We're gonna buy lunch meats and stuff, and eat cheap. Like, I'm all about a budget. But okay, so that was your level 1 for the fall and winter incentive, and I got a feeling it's gonna fall in about the same place this year. So the summer incentive is also setting you up for the fall incentive. So your level 1, they want you to sponsor 2 people that hit certified. having those joins conversations, helping them get started, helping them start their business, helping them with their launch party, helping them get going. And that's a key word, get going. I'm not telling you that you have to sponsor somebody and you have to work their business and your business. No, you can't do that. If they're not sharing Scentsy, if they're not posting the new things that Scentsy's coming out, there's nothing you can do about it. They have that news tab just like you do. You cannot share to their people and your people. They are an independent Scentsy consultant. They have to want this business as bad as you do. And there's going to be several people that join your team that does not want this business like you do. And you're just going to have to put them to the side and keep moving forward because there's nothing you can do with them. They're going to have to want to make the money themselves. You can start them up, but if they just don't do anything with it, that's on them. It's not on you. Do not feel bad. It is not on you if they do not work their business. Do not let them make you feel guilty either because they're not doing good. If they're not doing good and they're coming to you and they're complaining, be like, are you talking to somebody? Are you asking people to have parties with you? Are you asking people to join your team? Are you sharing on your VIP group what Scentsy has to offer? What Scentsy's selling? Are you marketing your business? Ask them those questions when they start coming to you, telling you that their business isn't doing good. Ask them those three important questions because their business isn't going to do good if they're not marketing, if they're not advertising, and if they're not talking to people and building and having communications and building relationships. It's not going to happen. It's not just like people's just going to start ordering out of nowhere. Believe me, I wish it did. But starting now in the summer, having those join conversations, getting people joined, getting people started, whether they take off with it or whether they quit, it's on them. It's not on you. But you are building it up. You are getting there. So that's why it's very important to try to hit all three of these levels this summer, because if you can hit all three of these levels this summer, it sets you up for even bigger success in the fall and winter. So continue to have those host conversations. You need to. You have until July 31st, so you still have plenty of time to earn level 1. They have to have sold $1,000 by July 31st. So you still have plenty of time to get them going and get them in their business and help them start succeeding to get them that trip. Like, who doesn't want a free trip? When they join, you start letting them know that there's going to be a free trip come August. We just don't know where it's at. And you help them there. And if they have questions, of course you help them. But you don't run their business alongside of yours. They have to run their own business. For the next incentive we've got going on right now for the summer, it's 3 club conversations. Your club members are a huge factor for the fall and winter. Because if you get clubbers to sign up in this fall and winter, they're going to still be having their club memberships, if you get them signed up in the spring, summer, they're still going to have their club memberships come fall and winter. So if they're doing every month or every 2 months or every 3 months, it's going to be hitting your next season too. So those club memberships are huge, big. It helps you tremendously with your incentive. So to get you prepared for the trip, the fall winter, we had to have 2 new team members that hit $1,000. Those are the requirements. You just have to have that. Well, those count as points. So when that happened, you get an extra 1,000 points per person. So that's 2,000 points. So your but the total points that you had to have in order to earn level 2 of the incentive, and that was one person for free. You had to have 25,000 points. So if you sponsor 2 people, that's 2,000 points. So you needed 23 more thousand points. Well, if you hit 2,000 points 5 months out of the 6, Cincy gave you another 1,000 points. Well, if you hit 2,000 PRV, 5 months, that's 10,000 points. So you're down to needing what, 13,000? Since he gives you an extra bonus of 1,000, so you're at 12,000. You need 12,000 points now. Well, you get points based on paid at title, and those range from 100 to they range very high. I think my highest that I could earn is 500 points now. I don't know if that was, I can't remember what the points were, but we'll say lead is like 100 or 200 points. You hit your lead because if you have team members joining and they're hitting their numbers and they've promoted to certified, more than likely you have promoted to lead. So if you can hit lead every time, that's 200 points. There's your another 1,000 points. Now you just need to sell a little bit more, sponsor a little bit more. You're going to have to figure out how to get those points. But anybody can earn that trip is what I'm telling you. Anybody can earn it. Anybody from, I'm going to say lead consultant and above can earn it. I say you have to be lead consultant because once you promote to lead, you don't lose your title. But I would say you have to be a lead consultant because you have to sponsor 2 people and they have to hit certified pretty much in order for you to get points counted towards you. And if they're hitting, if you're sponsoring and they're promoting to certified, you're going to hit lead consultant for sure. And that's extra points you get for paid at title points. As your title gets higher, the more points you get for being paid at title for that fall and winter incentive. So, work your business now. Set yourself up for the success you want when the fall comes, because that winter and fall incentive, you're not going to want to miss it. I do not want to miss another one. So you got to keep, even when the times get slow and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to make it work this month? Just keep pushing it. Keep pushing. Keep doing the things. Keep top 3 things. Follow up. Join. Host conversations. Building relationships. Marketing. You got to market. You got to advertise Cincy. You got to put it in people's face. You got to let people know what Cincy has, what Cincy is selling. Because if they don't know what you're selling, they can't buy. People aren't buying. Good luck, guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of the month. We've only got a few days left. Push it out strong. And I will see y'all when it comes May. Because we got Monday. Monday is May 1st. So let's finish out this month and get ready for May. Bye, guys.